Hey guys, we're approaching the end of week 7. I can't believe it's almost been 3 weeks since we posted the last video, and you saw a little montage there of a little bit of training at the start, but there's not much running content over the last 3 weeks. Not because I didn't run, I just didn't film. So today I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what's been happening, and then I want to take you through how I'm managing training and life and work and being a dad and running a household as well. So yeah, it's definitely been a juggle, but I've been using some good strategies to keep that all in flow. So yeah, we're at week 7. This is pretty much our longest week. We have a 20k run tomorrow. We'll get us to 45k's roughly. Then we go to a deload week next week, and then the following week's actually slightly more kilometers total volume, but it's only an 18k long run. So tomorrow will be our longest run of the prep for the half marathon. Training's been going really well, really happy with the runs, with the body recovering, with the weight training and the strength resistance on top of it, as well as mobility, and yeah, it's just touch wood, feeling really good about that. So for some ways I've been sort of keeping on track is that I've been doing a weekly plan each week. I've gone old school paper and pen, and that lets me plan my week's runs, the second session I do, if it's recovery or mobility or strength. Am I doing a dedicated mobility session? How much sleep I'm getting each day, whether I'm logging my food or not. And then there's a bit of a target for the week, sort of a weekly focus. And then at the end of the week, what went well and what needs some work or adjustment for the following week. I've also got twice weekly a body weight check-in and blood pressure check-in, which those two haven't been so consistent with, I must admit. Happy enough with the weight, sort of just keeping an eye on it as I go. Probably been maybe getting once a week, and then blood pressure just trying to do once a week, but it's sort of sitting really well at the moment, so I'm really happy about that. And then food-wise, you know, it's not something that you can just go on the go with, I don't think. Not when you're out at the office all day, or you know, you are juggling busy things around the weekends and training as well. So I do spend some time on Sunday afternoon prepping my lunches and some proteins and sort of snacks for the week. You can see here, this is sort of a standard day. I'll start the morning off with some eggs and toast generally, and at the moment I've been having some egg whites to sort of bulk that up a bit more, some bagel thins, which I really enjoy as well, and then mid-morning, late morning, I'll have some baked oats. This is delicious. It's got heaps of protein. It's got about 50 grams of protein. It's got protein powder, Greek yogurt, or high protein Greek yogurt, and blueberries as well. So yeah, really delicious mid-morning meal. And then later in the afternoon, I'll been having just a simple salad, chicken, lettuce, mayonnaise often, and then depending on my carb needs, I'll sometimes add sweet potato to that, and that sort of gets me through till late evening. And then I have been having one sort of decent snack, and you can see here the cottage cheese with sweet chili sauce and some rice cakes. That sort of really fills me up before dinner and keeps me going. And then dinner is generally some sort of salad bowl. Probably need to have some more veggies, I must admit, but generally most nights we're having salad and protein, and this is my sort of go-to turkey mince taco bowl. So it gives me all the flavors of a taco without all the carbs of the tacos themselves. And then, yeah, from a hydration and fluids perspective, I drink heaps of water every day. I've also been adding in protein water instead of a protein shake. I do like the fruity, watery one versus, you know, a traditional milky whey protein like chocolate or vanilla. And also on the hot days or days I've been running, or days like today, which I'm prepping for a really long run tomorrow, trying to get some hydration in through electrolytes as well. I've been using hydro for that, and lemon lime flavor. It's delicious. And just for a quick tip for those people who are taking their lunch to work or out and about, even in the car driving around, this is a bit of a luxury. But the Yeti, I think it's the 14-litre lunch bag. It's amazing. My wife bought it for me for Christmas, and I love it. Keeps everything cold. It fits pretty much everything, and you can see it's a lot of food I'm taking each day. But just put it next to my desk. I don't need to put it in the fridge all day, and a couple of ice bricks, and it's keeping it nice and cool. The other thing that I've really found to help me keep organised and planned is I was terrible taking my supplements. I don't take a lot of supplements, just really so fish oil, magnesium, vitamin D. And one thing that has helped me really stay consistent with that is a good old pill box. So I feel like a bit of an old lady sometimes when I fill it up, but it's really made me be consistent with taking my supplements, which is great. The other thing with consistency is being the Runna app. And so the Runna app has been something that I haven't used before. So this is my 4th half marathon prep. Last 2 years I've sort of done my own thing. Used a bit of ChatGPT last time, I think, but then using Runna this time, I think it's built a lot more structure. A lot of those faster interval and pace runs and tempo runs. It's giving me proper targets. I can see on my watch when it's when I need to go, when I need to rest, and I get that audible note in my ear as well through the headphones. So yeah, you can. The other thing that I really like about it is you can move your runs around. So you can see here in a couple of weeks I can't do my long run on a Saturday, so I've actually been able to move it to the Friday and move my Friday workout to the Saturday. I've also put in added into my plan some strength and mobility sessions. So on Tuesday and Thursday there's some stretching sessions, and then Monday, Wednesday, Friday there's some strength sessions. I actually have the program in there. But I've also created my own program, again, back to old school paper and printout, but I've actually created my own strength program that's quite running focused whilst maintaining sort of upper body strength as well. So yeah, couldn't be happy with the Runna. I'm keen to see how the predictions played out on race day in about 5 weeks time. But yeah, the Runna app has been really good. I'm keen I'll be using it for my marathon prep, so a 16-week prep starting on about 7th or 8th of May. So yeah, I think it's been great, and there's lots of good tips in there. I think I do like the commentary they have pre-run. They've updated that recently where it's giving you a bit more guidance about how it should feel and tips to get the most out of the session, as well as the AI overview at the end where it sort of breaks down how you went and how you performed. So yeah, I think unless you're an elite athlete or you can afford to have a private coach, then the Runna app sort of got something for everyone. If you just want to do your first 5K, if you're just trying to keep fit and healthy, right up to the marathon or distance, I think there's something for everyone. And then the last sort of thing that I do to keep to make sure I'm getting out of the house early in the morning, in those early hours before training is, I get my stuff together the night before. Now, it's a bit of a tip that has been going around for a long time, but I generally come out here, lay out my clothes, heart rate monitor, shoes, socks, hat, torch, whatever I need, as well as nutrition and hydration, and get that ready the night before. So in the morning, there's no decision making. I just groggily with my eyes closed, half closed, come out here, get dressed, get ready, and start my warm up. So not disturbing the household either. And on the note of nutrition, I've actually been experimenting with creating my own gels. So I'm going to show you, we're going to jump into the kitchen in a minute and I'm going to show you how I made those gels. I was really happy with it for last week. It sat really well on the stomach. They're quite sweet, but I think most gels are quite sweet. And I think I can play around a little bit with the mixture as we go and try different flavors, because the lemon one I used last week was really nice. So I think those subtle flavors that don't overpower it too much but also take away from a little bit of sweetness were great. So let's jump in the kitchen. Hey guys, welcome to the kitchen. As promised, we're going to be making some homemade gels tonight, ready for Saturday's long run. Now I've had a look around at some recipes, had a little bit of Googling, bit of YouTube, bit of ChatGPT, and we're going to go with this recipe to start with. If it doesn't work, then we'll have a play around because we've got plenty of it all. So main ingredients is maltodextrin, fructose, We're going to use a little bit of citrus pectin as the gelling agent. So they're using jams. Now, not all recipes use this, so we'll see and we'll play around with that. And then we're going to play around with a little bit of lemon extracts for some flavours. We can go unflavoured gel, but we're going to try a little bit of lemon to start with, and then that'll evolve. Then we'll add some hot water or warm water. I've got a funnel to put in these gel containers. Now these are just off, these sauce flasks are just off Amazon, and they've got a really wide open mouth. All right, so now I want to use 120 grams of carbs on Saturday across 2 hours, so 60 grams an hour. So we're going to use 80 grams of maltodextrin, 40 grams of fructose, 90 mils of water, a little bit of salt, like half a teaspoon, quarter a teaspoon of pectin, or a gram if you've got micro scales, and a couple of drops of flavouring. Also using a scale to get this right, because you really want those amounts dialed in. So there you have it, that's our homemade gels. I'll report back how they go on Saturday for our long run, but those work out to be about 80 cents a gel. Now when you're looking at gel costs of like $4, $5, $6 at the moment, think about that saving over the long term. Now there's obviously initial investment in the product and the gel flasks, but I've worked out I can get about 100 gels for about $80, including the flasks. So the next round would be actually even cheaper. So yeah, I'll report back and maybe try some different flavours next week.
Alright team, that's a wrap on week 7. 20k long run yesterday. It felt really good. I felt like I recovered really well. It was quite easy. Pace was on point. I think sort of held marathon pace. We did 2k's under 2 hours. So I think, based on that, based on my heart rate, then there's plenty left to give. So 5 weeks till a half marathon. We want to sneak those times down, but yeah, feeling really good after that. Been for a little walk this morning, doing some weights right now, and that'll wrap up week 7. Next week's a deload week, just 6k's tomorrow, 5.5k tempo run on Tuesday, 6.5k easy run on Thursday, and then the long run on Saturday is only 10k. So yeah, looking forward to that. It is Easter long weekend coming up, so yeah, there'll be a bit more chaos over the weekend. We've got some people coming here on Friday and Easter on Sunday, but yeah, looking forward to a bit more of a chilled week, shorter work week as well, so I think that's all worked out really well. And then yeah, we're on the downhill run sort of. The following week jumps back up to a fair bit of volume. The long run's 18k's, and then I think we go 16, 12, and then race day. So yeah, it's all coming together, working, coming close, body's feeling good, and yeah, looking forward to the deload week. So yeah, we'll sign off this video, and yeah, next time we'll talk will probably be just pre-race week. Thanks guys.